Okay, I'm back. Now I want to get into this Oxford shooting up there, happened in Oxford, Michigan. You know the fit. I'm not gonna go names, but you pretty much you live here, pretty much know the story. 15-year-old boy thinks he's getting bullied, and he goes, hang out with daddy. Daddy buys him a gun. He takes it to school. Here goes the other part of the story. Mama sends a text message talking about don't get caught. And so it's like he goes shoots up he kills 4 people. I think 3 people died that day, and somebody else later on in the hospital. And then the fourth, it's just whole thing just messed up from get go. Number one, 15-year-old gun. We know at 15 years old, I'd have been a nervous wreck and probably shot to by accident just because of being scared as crap with it. Number two, I didn't have a temperament to control at 15 years old to have a gun. I probably have it now. I don't want a gun. Me personally, and I know I've said this in a few of the views before. Me personally, I might be starting another consideration rewriting the Second Amendment of the United States of America. I know you NRA people, gun people who got your guns are probably gonna be ticked off of me to hear that. But yeah, we really don't need to be the right to carry arms at this point. We got enough stuff here going on. Plus, you got people shooting out the police. No. Okay, enough said on that subject. But I'm just saying that basically, just the whole thing up there in Oxford just a screwed up mess. I mean, they try to go to the kid. They try to go to the authorities to tell them what's going on with the kid and their behavior and the gun situation. And we threatened to shoot the school. Nobody went to the police officer in the school. Should have related to the authorities. The school probably been shut down. They probably went to the kid's house and took care of this before this even happened. So school failed. Teachers failed. And what who left to suffer? The people passed away, the people wounded who still hold on their lives, the people who had to go back to this school and thinking about going back to work, the teachers, the students. It's tough. It's tough. And I'm talking from somewhat point of experience. I've been shot before. I've actually had 2 guns put on me and been shot before. So I've been there and done this one. And the mental thing leaves with you, trust me. I still think about being shot. It's not bad as it used to be, but I admit 2 things. Can't even deal with the 4th of July fireworks. That's done. Flashback. It's almost like PDS, TS, whatever, the post-traumatic. That's my thing, right? I just can't deal with 4th of July noise, So what about the people who got that effect? Now you're thinking going to school, somebody's going to shoot up, somebody's going to get mad, And how about you actually saw some of the kids got killed or people get wounded? That image stuck to your head forever. Actually, somebody else actually passed away from gunshot before, too. That was 2 years after I got shot. So I understand exactly the mind these people are coming from. Exactly. The people who survived this and saw this, I know exactly this. I got to actually live both ends of being wounded and see somebody get killed. So, true, there's been both ends has been like over 25 years since it happened, but you see something like that, you just don't forget. So, now you're going to get grief counseling. You're going to have all sorts of stuff going on. So we go for a long story here. Now the kid's getting charged for, 4 counts of first degree murder. And now you got a situation where now the parents are getting charged with involuntary manslaughter. Now, considering when I listened to the prosecuting attorney said they probably tried to run ahead on the murder charge, but they didn't have enough evidence based on the situation with the gun laws here. They could have actually been considered, and if you really look at it from a street perspective, let's say this happened to some guy on the street he did this with and got the gun from, and they gave him the gun. They would be considered accessory to murder. So the parents are really getting off easy on this. And the fact that they tried to run yesterday, and they really made me angry. Flat out. And I'm going to tell you why they made me angry. Number one, you're going to run out. You're going to run because you got in some trouble. Fine. You probably got a lesser bond and be able to get out and need to do something. 2, you need to be there for your kid. Both of y'all chumped out on your kid. What about yourselves? You gave him the gun. You knew he's 15. You didn't have it all up there to begin with. Maybe you don't have a mental issue, but doggone it. And if he don't, he had a behavior issue, something going on, and something y'all didn't deal with, y'all telling him, okay, go get the gun, go shoot it up. That's what y'all basically saying message. And now when it goes wrong, well, I'm your family, deuces, I'm out, I'm gone, I'm going to try to run. They probably was going to Canada. They probably going to Canada. I don't know, they trying to hide out. God, here goes. Thank goodness they were stupid enough, because me, smart guy, me, I knew the situation going down like that, and I knew it was a possibility. Me, smart guy, me. This is why I laugh at these people that do. Shit, you heard the rumbling of the news reports already. He was trying to bail out here on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think you were stupid enough to stay around the next couple of days. My advice to everybody involved, everybody involved, the three of them involved right now, everybody just better cop a plea deal. Maybe the son they might find some mental problem with them. And earlier today I thought, you know what, throw the book at him. Maybe not. Something else is going on there in the kid's head. I think maybe you should get a chance. Maybe you should let you have some years sent to the mental institution or something. Maybe 10, 15, 20 years. Maybe give him a chance to live a normal life at some point. You kill 4 people, I know you should get life. You're 10 years old. I know you're saying, okay, the black-white thing. I'm just kind of looking at the human perspective on that here. But then the other part of me, well, he's 15, he killed him. He didn't have enough rationale to take the gun and set this up. So, okay, I guess I'm still kind of stuck in between there. Parents probably should be getting a life with, if anything, if they get life, they should get life. But this is probably going to happen. The kid's getting gone. The kid's gone. I'm almost be shocked if he doesn't get life in prison. There's just no way the lawyer going to talk this out. I mean, somehow they can cop a plea. I think the best case scenario for him, he might get second degree. He might see some light of day by the time he's about my age and I'm in my late 40s. The parents, they going to get off real easy. Because they don't have no previous record. But they're probably going to do I'd say they'll probably do about 8 years. Y'all can go back to this video later on and tell me if I'm right, wrong, whatever. I'll probably look at this thing later on too. And the bad part about all this is not just the fact that it happened, the fact I actually know people that have kids at that school. So I'll be honest with you, I don't even watch the news. Stuff like this, it almost makes me go on these little, like, really upset phases, especially when it involves kids. It just makes me go, And then call and say, hey, might get a text message in the middle of the night talking about the kids at school. They were shooting up there, my kids at the school, but kids are okay. At least their kids are fine. Thinking somebody got to hear alive and well. Just sad for the people that they didn't. Sad the people still sitting up in hospital beds. It's just, all this can be prevented because somebody didn't go ahead and make a little report to somebody. You know why? We're in this society that this snitch thing. It had nothing to do with this snitching thing is snitching on somebody, telling them they're about to do something wrong or cause harm. Well, there's no snitch mentality people have, or no, well, I don't think it's that important to go talk to somebody. He just run off his mouth, threaten somebody. Doggone, if I recall nowadays, if you call a bomb threat in the school, which I think happened a few days later, that's like a 20-year felony now. Right. It ain't back in the day we used to do it, hey, we used to do this, and you're talking, this is December. You know this is really, the kids are really up to think about some sick stuff. Because, like, when it happened back in my day, when I remember being at in high school, the Chatsey, in case you guys are wondering who was in Southwest Detroit, we had a bomb threat call, and I think it was probably during my, probably like sophomore year. Maybe junior year. I forgot which year it was. But it happened to be the very first, like, warm day in the spring. And kind of like a good excuse, probably, I guarantee you this would happen. There's a difference between now today's kids and yesterday's kids back in my day. Basically, they went in there and they wanted to do something just because, oh my goodness, I didn't study for the test last night. You know what? I don't want to skip school no more either. I'll call a bomb threat right in the middle of the day, go across the street to payphone, call a bomb threat in, and go outside, get out the warm days, like you make sure they study for my test. Probably got a test I didn't study for last, and I'm a little off. I'll get a warm day outside, chill out, and we'll come back to this tomorrow. Kids today now, they want to be flat out, I don't know what they want to be. Terrorists, whatever else. The Columbine thing still messing me up. One of my friends reminded me another incident happened in Philadelphia some years ago. The kid went AWOL and shot up 12 people. The other one that really got me, the one in Flint, when the kid was like kindergarten, first grade, and the little boy shot the little girl. Couldn't put him away for life. I just hope that boy got some help, because that thing, that's like, what do you do, I mean, at that age, like, literally my first experience of life or death, I think around that age was with the dog. I think a little later on with a relative, but the first experience with the dog. So, at that age, we're still not comprehending life, death, concept. Okay, we watch cartoons, we see Bugs Bunny get blew up, or Elmer Fudd get blow up, or Wile E. Coyote come up, he comes back next day on TV, so. far as this boy he really needed help and nobody reached out to him. But then again, if they did, would it make a difference? Because he's getting help here, but the parents tell him, "Hey, we're gonna go, doom, 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 doom." You know, I like to hear what the NRA gonna say about this. I might have to forward this video and get on the NRA website and tick them off a little bit. They'll probably try to block me on Facebook though, but I really don't give a doggone. And I know some people on this page, including people that know me very well. Probably, I know they all have guns and how y'all feel about them, but do we really need to have them? You know, Canada has pretty strict gun control. They don't have this stuff happen as often as do here. Let's just be realistic. You know, there's better ways to solve things like let's think, let's talk it out. Heck, you deal with a school bully. My whole thing is skip it. Don't call nobody up here. Fine, you get tired of, at some point you get tired enough to skip it. We just gonna drop it. Let's throw blows. Okay, fine. So guess what happens? Okay, we had a fight, get a few days out of school, but I guarantee you the bully ain't come to mess with you no more. If you fight at all, most bullies, I will promise you this is true. Most bullies do not want a tough fight. They looking for some easy body to pick on. Once you like, oh no, this is too hard. And especially you pick a few people and you get all y'all together, you got bullied and put it all together, get them at once. That bully gonna be very friendly from now on. Hey, eventually the gooch got Arnold got the gooch, right? Oops, I know some of y'all in y'all 20s and 30s ain't know what I'm talking about, different strokes. Used to be the brilliant Arnold, the little guy, the billionaire guy that got adopted. And, that's how that went down. So, that's what happened. You get bullied, people get bad. It's okay, you try to talk it out. I had a situation a few days ago. One of my relatives was talking about their kid get bullied at school. The teacher didn't do nothing. Teacher didn't do nothing. Went to talk to the teacher once, twice, maybe like 3 different times. Didn't do nothing. He went up to school, talked to him, didn't do nothing. So he got tired and said, "Hey, push the kid into the wall." And I can't get mad at him for doing that. Look, you get the point you get frustrated. Enough is enough. But nobody got shot. Nobody got killed. Nobody got threatened and had to go bring up gun security and police. Thanking these elementary school kids. What I'm saying is, same thing apply high school. I mean, that'll happen. People get mad. Okay, fine. Not just only by violence to say this, but if you gotta fight, fine. But a lot of people now are so scared in the streets. They get upset. They get so tough. It's like, oh my goodness, you might beat me in a fight. So, okay, now I gotta get to you about the fight. Skip this note. I'm gonna get the gun and shoot you. Now you up the murder charge. This is the mentality we live in this day and age. The point we skip from the point of, okay, let's try to talk it out, authority, talk it out, work it out, to we skip all the way over to, okay, I'm going to grab the gun. Literally, we didn't skip from, we're going to try to talk it out, figure out what's going on, to, whoa, we're going to grab the gun. I mean, literally, this extreme, it just went jumped. And like, we missed everything in between, steps between, thoughts in between, things that are supposed to happen in between, and it's sad. I don't know, tell you folks at this point, I don't know how I think and feel. It just kind of frustrates to hear about this all the time, and it's just, this sad. Anytime involves kids like that is sad, especially this close to you. You live less than an hour to hear about this. I mean, and then the next day, some kids dropped a bomb threat in here, and the next 2 days before that. I mean, yesterday I think some kids got a bomb threat. And the day before, another kid brought a gun to another school, locally close to the one where you live at. Then you're thinking like, what's going on here? Well, now it was the school fault. The one up there in Oxford could have been invented, but let's face it. The problem is, I doggone 100% blame the parents at the beginning of this. They could have began it, then in it, because their mindset was different. They thought, okay, fine, get a gun. So they really condoned him having that gun. So he thought it was okay to have the gun. So he shoot first, we'll talk about it later mentality. That caused a lot of problems. So see, it started at home. So, yeah. Parents ought to be fortunate not getting first degree murder. They ought to really be fortunate right now. And I'll give them one thing they say, and they're right. They actually, I agree with them. The only thing, y'all know, shocked to hear me say this as much as they were scared that somebody gonna get them. Yeah, there's always some nutcase out there that say, you know what, I'm gonna take justice in my own hand. Just like what happened out there in Wisconsin a few weeks ago. When the guy they found him not guilty, some guy went to a festival and ran through people the next day after the verdict, or 2 days later. concept trying to do some type of justice. Yeah, we always have these vigilante things out here. But I don't know what to tell you folks. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? We gotta get back to we were old school, huh? I guess. Oof. I guess what the old school, the old school. Well, you got the parents out of control. What you gonna do now? I guess you should allow the kids to get whipped at school. They ain't gonna get whipped at home by old Bill Daddy, right? Those days it's like done with 90% of this world. So, used to be, hey, I never getting paddled to school. Trust me. Only took me to getting wet like once 5 times. And that's after I got in a fight with a 300-pound dude trying to bully me. But guess what? I take those 5 licks all day, every day, because I wouldn't let him bully me all day. But we weren't talking about bringing no guns back. I think I was like in 8th grade and a half. And dude, 350 pounds. I tore the floor off, and I was about 170 pounds then. But we ain't gonna get guns. I had a guy bully me in high school early on. He and his buddies tried to jump me in. I finally caught him in the lunchroom by himself. Oh boy, I tore his butt up. I tore it up. Tore the lunchroom up. Got kicked out of school for a few days. It was everybody worth it. But I happened to get some worse extreme case. We didn't end up being friends. That dude, I ended up getting locked up in jail for like 20 years. Within like a week or two after I did that to him. That's why I never saw him in school again. I'm just saying, when you deal with bully situations, teachers, administrators in school, pay attention to what's going on. Don't discount anything saying I bully something. But you can't stop everything, but there's certain points things should be red flag trick. When the kid's drawing a gun and he's making threats on social media, that should be red flag. Okay. Especially you got this day and age, let's face it, I just say it, but that like these parents are told like idiots. Flat out, I'm gonna tell you, idiots and cowards. And I have no respect for them absolutely at all. None, zip, zero. Hey Will, what's up? I have none for them. I'm ticked off with them probably more than I'm angry at the kid for this. I understand the kid did wrong and he's gonna pay for it. But the parent pretty much said, okay, you can have the gun. We buy the gun for you. You're not gonna let them carry a gun in Michigan anywhere in this country. Definitely nowhere in the United States, probably Canada, Mexico, just about anywhere else in the world, can a kid carry a gun into a school. So what the heck? So the parents said, "Hey, okay, yeah. I mean, it's partially up to me. Maybe get the kid a chance to live his life, cause he had a bad setup growing up. Maybe give him a life, maybe give him a chance to get out 25 years, he learn his lesson, see he learn. The parents, maybe should flip the script the other way. Maybe they should be able to murder. Like they be able to murder charges. I said they got off real easy. And for the victims, I just feel real bad. Cause I've been shot before. I've had guns put on me before. I've seen people got shot and killed in front of me before. And the experience of all that is just like, every time I hear something like this. And all this stuff happened when I was grown. I was in my 20s in all cases. These are still teenage kids still processing life. And that's just extra stuff. The stress level not needed. And yeah, I expect a lot of lawsuits coming to Oxford School. A lot of money. And if a couple of my friends work in Detroit Public School, 3 of them, particularly in all 3 different levels, 1 administrator, please listen to this video fully. Very important. Because I don't want to see it repeat. I know generally it's never happened in Detroit, but let's make sure it doesn't really happen. Let's pay attention. I know sometimes you can't catch every last thing. But if the signs are there, let's take them really seriously. Let's take them really seriously. Okay. I'm done. I'm out. Hopefully my next video will be a lot happier subjects, but I had to get this off the chest. They've been sitting here for about 2 or 3 or 4 days now. Especially after the parents tried to run yesterday. I was very upset about that. Yeah. They're a bigger coward than anybody in all this. See you guys later.